As we look at the world around us today, nowadays, it seems like everything is changing so incredibly quickly, doesn't it? Everything in the world outside us, the world around us, seems to be transforming almost at sort of light speed. And it's so difficult sometimes not to get caught up in that whirlwind. And I think that people mostly are getting caught up, and I speak also for myself. We are too much getting caught up in that. And I'd like to offer a slightly different perspective. Actually, nothing is changing on the outside. It's the same as it's always been. Because all there is God or energy or love or the word that I prefer, consciousness. That's all there is. That is all there is. And what is changing is that we as a species, human beings, are waking up to this fact. We're waking up to the reality of what it is to be human, to what it is to be alive. Consciousness is all there is. And all there is completely connected by the fabric of the essence of reality, consciousness. So, as we're waking up to this, as we're becoming more aware of our interconnectedness and of our interdependence, the world outside us is changing to reflect that transformation that is happening within. And really, what we have to do, if we want to be happy and balanced and sane in this fast-moving world, we just have to remember that on the outside, nothing is really changing. Because all there is consciousness. And so the change only really happens within. So as we get caught up in this whirlwind of change, we have to remember that actually there is a very still, calm center which never changes, never ever changes. So this is maybe just one perspective on social media, but I'd like to offer perhaps a more sort of concrete, practical, maybe more grounded perspective, which is that as we're waking up, as the world outside us is changing, there is this incredible opportunity for us in the material world. That opportunity is that the old paradigm, the old business paradigm of greed and fear and control is being replaced by this new awakening paradigm of love and consciousness. So that before, where people used to advertise in a manipulative way, now what's happening is that people are expressing themselves in a much more sincere and genuine way, much more directly. And as more and more people are becoming directly involved with that process of interconnection, it's becoming more and more difficult to fool people. So those individuals and organizations and corporations and agencies which try to hold on to that old paradigm, business paradigm, are going to fall by the wayside. And it's happening already. It's happening very quickly already. Politicians and governments and even yoga organizations are being exposed. And on the other hand, people who live in integrity have a platform with which to broadcast that truth, that reality, that integrity. And the platform broadcasts it. It's a beacon. It broadcasts it incredibly powerfully, loudly, clearly, directly, widely. So as those old paradigm patterns fall by the wayside, so the new paradigm is growing exponentially, and that's what's happening with things like Elephant Journal, which I'm incredibly incredibly happy to be a small part of. That's what's happening with things like festivals like the South by Southwest, which are beginning to incorporate this new paradigm. And people like Waylon Lewis of Elephant Journal, and the girls who are running Where Is My Guru, the Guru Girls, and all kinds of people out there are doing this amazing work, and it's flourishing. And I think that in the future, it's not going to be that people become billionaires and this flourishing is experienced in such a material, concrete way. I think that what is flourishing is the integrity itself, and the consciousness of love and fulfillment and sharing and connectedness and interdependence itself. And the consequence of that really is so huge, and at the same time very subtle. It's a feeling, it's just a feeling. But I think more and more people are feeling it, and it's growing exponentially. And I think that if human beings can survive the next few years, then I think the future is bright.